The left has been trying to redefine violence for a long time, telling us that our speech and our beliefs are violent, whereas their violence is just free speech. The purpose of this is to make sure that everyone in the highest echelons of law enforcement in our nation thinks that conservatives, if they embrace American history and patriotism, limited government philosophy, are more likely to be domestic terrorists. It's a very dishonest tactic. It's a very disgusting tactic. It also demonizes the founding of our country, which delegitimizes our nation, which, again, we talked about that earlier. That's the point here. But here's the thing. In a practical sense, calling you and I domestic terrorists when the FBI or the left calls us domestic terrorists, it's actually the easiest way to shut us up. And we're having this battle in our nation right now, mostly on big tech, but also from large corporations and in politics over free speech. Should people be allowed to say what they want? Or should there be some sort of gatekeeper, some arbiter of truth that regulates what you're allowed to say and punishes you, silences you, censors you, cancels you if you violate some sort of standard of a quote unquote appropriate speech? This is, like I said, big tech is the best example of this. That battle is raging in big tech right now. But calling someone a domestic terrorist is actually easier than setting some kind of appropriate speech standard, because no one really cares what the government does to terrorists. We all hate terrorists. Real, true terrorists, we don't feel a lot of compassion for. We want them locked up in Guantanamo Bay. No one really cares about the rights, if you will, of terrorists, because they're freaking terrorists. And so when the FBI tries to label us terrorists, it does the same thing. They're trying to make it so the vast majority of people associate conservative values with terrorism and therefore don't really care that much what the government does to conservatives based on their political beliefs.